In this edition of City News, teens speak to the local police. Also, these kids went back to school on a Saturday. We'll show you why. Plus, find out how one Hawthorne school district is raising money for arts and music programs. These stories and much more coming up on City News. Hello and welcome to City News. I'm Mamdou Saleh. Hawthorne Police Department held its first motorcycle training course to teach Hawthorne riders techniques to stay safe on the road. Reporter Jennifer Wade has the details.
Hawthorne PD motor officers offered a free one-day ride-to-live motorcycle class to motorcyclists looking to improve their skills.
In the last 4 or 5 years, we've lost 2 of our own motors in traffic collisions, and we thought it'd be a good thing to help increase the skill level of the riders in the communities.
A recent motorcycle fatality on Prairie Avenue also had officers eager to teach accident avoidance.
A vehicle pulled out in front of a motorcyclist, and it was unfortunate, but looking at it from a technical standpoint, there's some things that he could have done that would have helped him avoid the collision. So we're teaching some of those techniques to the people today.
The course covered low-speed maneuvering, obstacle avoidance, and negotiating curves.
We learn more clutch control, more slow riding. This is really important when you're going slow.
Well, right now behind me, we're teaching proper turn negotiations, apexing, proper positioning of the vehicle.
Riders of varying levels participated in the course that taught safety skills and valuable techniques.
Even if you think you've been driven a motorcycle for 27 years, it's always good to refresh your memories and retrain.
It's something which everybody should attend. You know, you learn your skills, how to stop, how to brake, how to take curves.
Peter Hayes of the motorcycle touring and rental company Eagle Rider explained that one can never have too much motorcycle training.
I came out here to develop some of my own skills, which I can maybe pass on to our roster of tour guides that do guided motorcycle tours all across the country.
After a day of training and practice, participants reported feeling more confident on their bikes.
I've definitely improved my balance and my turning and braking. It's been educational, polishing up skills that I already have.
I'm very much impressed of all the details from the CHP, the police department of Hawthorne as well, how they train us, how they give us additional details, how to be a safe driver.
The course was the first of a series of classes made possible by recent funding. Depending on the feedback from today's class, Hawthorne Police plan to hold 3 to 5 more motorcycle training courses this year. For HCTV, I'm Jennifer Wade.
If you are interested in participating in a future motorcycle training course, please email hpdweb@hawthorneca.gov or call 310-349-2701. Teens and police officers gathered at the Hawthorne Teen Center. Jennifer Murillo was there to tell us why.
The Hawthorne Teen Center collaborated with the Hawthorne Police Department and hosted a student-police dialogue.
One thing, that we want to cover is that to make sure that the students understand that the police is there for us, and to have that link and that connection between Hawthorne PD with the Teen Center is crucial.
Teens were split into 5 groups and assigned one officer. Once in the groups, they had the chance to ask questions and discuss any topic of their choice.
The teenagers had some great questions, made us all walk away thinking of better ways to answer those questions. But for the most part, we covered a lot of our laws, a lot of the responses to current events.
The officers are really nice to talk to because they'll answer all your questions that you want to learn and know and stuff.
If you don't like the current laws that are on the book, you can vote those laws away. That's the way the U.S. Constitution is there for.
During the dialogue, the 5 officers from different departments spent time at each table, sharing their knowledge and expertise.
I thought it was pretty cool because I experienced not just from one officer, but different officers, and I got different views from the same questions I asked.
I got to know how many people they arrested in a day. I got to know their opinions about arresting people and how they feel when people disrespect them.
We need to see who's driving. If it's a 12-year-old kid driving, if it's a wanted, female, male, if it's something wrong, we want to be able to see that.
With many having a preconceived idea of police, this workshop helped break down those ideas and barriers between teens and police.
I understood them, and now
I kind of understand more of what they go through instead of, listening to what everyone else says.
They're very focused on a lot of political issues. It kind of shows me how much news they are paying attention to. They were really picked up on the race issue. They brought that up quite a few times. They also asked one of those obvious questions like, what's the strangest thing you've ever seen? So there was a lot of curiosity about that.
Sergeant Robbie Williams says he hopes that this dialogue also has teens thinking of joining the police force. For HCTV, I'm Jennifer Murillo.
To learn about future workshops or events at the Hawthorne Teen Center, call 310-970-7001. The 26th Annual Hawthorne Parks and Recreation Foundation Golf Tournament was recently held at the Coyote Hills Golf Course in Fullerton. Around 100 players came together to enjoy a round of golf while raising money for a good cause.
We're out here trying to raise a little bit of money for them. They work super hard, throughout the year, and we're just out here trying to support them.
Proceeds from the tournament will help support renovations at the municipal pool, Holly Glen Park tennis courts, and Jim Thorpe Park.
As we have in the past, we're refurbishing the parks so that they have a nice place to go, a safe place to go, and it's really important to us. The youth is so important.
Golfers also had the chance to win prizes for themselves, including a 2-year lease for a hole-in-one on the 14th hole for a Ford Fiesta. To see if any golfers took home the car and to view the complete golf tournament program, please tune in to our channel or visit our YouTube page this coming May. Phantom Galleries, an organization that hosts pop-up art exhibits in empty storefronts, has been busy with showcasing several art shows in Hawthorne since October 2014. Reporter Shantae Passmore attended a new art show.
Dulce Stein, an avid community activist, is now taking on a new title as curator for her first ever art exhibit, the Art World Boot Camp Group Show.
It's just amazing for me that I can make a difference and I can do what I love.
Not long ago, Stein was taking art classes. When it came time to create the show, she reached out to her classmates. 28 artists agreed to participate. Based on the crowd's reaction, people seemed impressed.
It's an amazing turnout and it's a great space. It's a great city.
Just an incredible creativity that I see, and originality. It's great to walk around and see all these works.
Hawthorne-based artist Scott Mescal didn't showcase any work in the exhibit, but he came out to show his support for the city's growing art scene. He said he's pleased with the city's desire to welcome artists.
When they want people to participate and they want to see what we can do and they want to beautify the city, so it's really good. It's exciting.
As the community enjoys it, it also brings commerce. And so I believe that art brings economic development to a community.
Organizers and supporters say not only can an emerging art scene bring business, but it can also bring culture. For HCTV, I'm Shantae Passmore.
The Art World Boot Camp Group Show will run until April 26th. For more information, send an email to dulcestein@yahoo.com. A new business has landed in the City of Good Neighbors. Jennifer Murillo was at this new location to bring us the details.
Flight's Craft Beer and Sports Grill has officially opened its doors for business.
Hey, welcome to Flights.
It's always a wonderful feeling to know that Hawthorne is growing. We're headed in the right direction through not only the economic developments in the city, but just like this here today, Flights Sports Grill and Bar.
Flights was designed to be a sports bar, but to lead with our food. It's important that we didn't have bar food, that we had really quality foods.
Located on El Segundo Boulevard near the 405 freeway, Flight's menu offers a variety of delicious food.
I recommend the pulled pork sliders and the grilled cheese, and even the potato chips are great.
The grilled cheese is phenomenal. It's easy, but it's a Beverly Hills kind of grilled cheese sandwich that I fell in love with in Beverly Hills at Nick's restaurant, and I brought it here.
Along with a large selection of food, Flights also offers 40 beers on tap and 10 others in bottle.
It looks really good in here, and the fact that Hawthorne has a craft brewery spot is actually pretty cool.
The paneling is beautiful. It is it's lined with television screens so that people can watch their favorite sports games. It's got beautiful flooring. It's got craft beer of the residents who enjoy drinking craft beer. Have wonderful choices.
Naming this place was no easy task. As owner Jerry Jamgochian says, he put much thought into it.
It was actually going to be called Jammers after me. And then I thought about, wait a second, why would I do Jammers when Flights is what a flight of beer is, right? And more importantly, we have aerospace all around us. So I just threw away the Jammer signs and brought up the Flight signs. And it's the right thing to do, so that's what I did.
Food items have also landed in perfectly, as they were named thinking about aerospace.
We named stuff on our menu for SpaceX, for McDonnell Douglas, for Northrop. And these guys are coming in, they kind of expect it as their place.
Hawthorne continues to bring in more businesses, and like Jamgochian says, this city is the gem of the South Bay.
We consider ourselves business friendly. Hawthorne is open for business, and we want business here, and we want fine restaurants here. So I am so delighted to see another fine restaurant in Hawthorne.
The food's tasty, the beer's awesome, and I'd come back for sure.
Mr. Jamgochian says he hopes to be here for a long time. For HCTV, I'm Jennifer Murillo.
To learn more about Flight's craft beers and sports grill, visit www.flightsbeerbar.com. Coming up next on City News, see what's putting a smile on these people's faces. Also, find out why students were dressed to impress. There's more news ahead. We'll be right back. Welcome back. Cultural Education Center for the Arts, also known as CECA, hosted its first annual Community Arts Showcase. Reporter Shantae Passmore has this story.
Arts and Services for Disabled Incorporated provides creative arts-based programming for adults with various abilities.
We have 4 programs in the South Bay area, and CECA, the Cultural Education Center for the Arts, is just one of them. And that's where Artifact comes from. So we actually have a gallery space in CECA.
Since programming is arts-based, CECA often hosts art exhibit, but this time, Stephanie Escobar wants to open the space to local artists and performers.
Arts is missing in Hawthorne, and so I thought, what better? If there's not an event, we should make an event.
It feels like we're finally doing what I wanted to see happen in Hawthorne, because you know, I really think that art brings vibrancy to a community. And I saw so much tonight.
Crowd turnout was high as the audience watched dance performances and musicians take the stage. The art exhibit was equally popular.
I thought it was amazing. I mean, I love the heart of the people here, that they're just out here to help people with all different abilities, and I just love to see that.
For parents of CECA students, showcasing their children's art is more than a social occasion.
Because of their disabilities, they grow low self-esteem, and this helps them to feel useful to society and interact with different people.
Beatriz Quiros continues to explain that the students' art provides a common ground with the outside world and makes them feel accepted. For HCTV, I'm Shantae Passmore.
To learn more about CECA, visit www.artsandservices.org. Students at Vinci Design and Communications invited family and community members to their school. Jennifer Murillo was there to tell us why.
Students are all dressed up and ready to present the projects they've been working on in the last few months at the Spring Exhibition Night.
They get to see their students present, they get to see their students dressed up in a tie, acting very professionally and speaking eloquently about their work in a way that they might not get at the everyday dinner conversation.
650 students in 9th through 12th grade presented to hundreds of parents and family members who came to see what they had produced.
They're doing a good job, learning a lot. I didn't even know that my son could do stuff like this. It's great, it's amazing.
It's cool to have them know like what we're learning, and it's a cool way to show what we do here and how we do things differently.
The projects included headphones to websites and research they did on a variety of topics.
The project I'm presenting tonight is my Hawthorne project, in which case I will explain the history and further evolution of Hawthorne.
So we went through the process and we researched and we looked at how other people had built their headphones before, and then we built our headphones.
Twice a year, students get to display their projects and present all that they've learned.
I learned about coding and stuff like that. I also learned about editing because I personally made a video on my website and I linked it on my website.
It wasn't that challenging to create the earphones. The hardest part was that it's a lot of trial and error. So the actual process wasn't that hard, but the problem was I had to change my magnet 3 times and change my coil so that it would work better. but the actual wrapping the coil of wire wasn't that hard.
Those in attendance were also learning new things and seeing things from a different perspective.
She's like telling me, ooh, I'll never smoke. She saw the lung project and the one with the full figured. It's all interesting, but those, as a kid, it kind of influenced her in a good, positive way.
I like the process myself. I kind of like to see my kid fail a little bit, and work through the process and rework through the process until she succeeds. I think it builds character as well as just a feeling of success.
At this school, projects do not just come from one subject or class. Teachers work together and integrate the projects throughout the subjects.
I feel like for this age level, they're a great combination of hands-on learning and just that kind of foundation that you need in the subject area. So it's highly motivating and it's a lot of fun, but they're learning so much along the way.
We feel it's probably important to teach the students how to dress up well, present to others, and speak to anybody, and this really gives them a chance to be proud of their work.
Many students like Esteban say they feel professional and learn a lot from each presentation that could lead to bigger and better things. For HCTV, I'm Jennifer Murillo.
To learn more about Da Vinci Schools or future events, visit www.davincischools.org. Local elementary school kids are discovering new career opportunities by participating in the STEM Prep program. In an effort to increase student enthusiasm about STEM, or science, technology, engineering, and math, Zela Davis Elementary School hosted its second annual STEM Super Saturday. This event brings together parents, teachers, and plenty of volunteers to expose students to the possibilities in the different fields of STEM.
They are really engaged. They want to learn more. It's sparking that curiosity and it's keeping them interested.
We have the technology, we have the iPads, we have the Chromebooks, but the connection we're making is how do you make a Chromebook? What coding do you need? What software do you need?
Toy designers and presenters from companies such as Boeing and Northrop Grumman came to share information with the students regarding career and employment opportunities in the fields of STEM.
The science is pretty cool and I wanted to learn more about it.
Karen wants to be an astronaut when she grows up. She says she came to the event to explore the world of science. And sure enough, she learned something new about roller coasters.
They go faster when they have loops.
There was plenty to see, build, and experiment with.
There's all sorts of hands-on activities like building roller coasters and making snow and even making hovercrafts.
Principal Carbajal says that students may continue their STEM-based education at Bud Carson Middle School's STEM Academy, followed by the Hawthorne Math and Science Academy. For HCTV, I'm Mamdou Saleh. For more information on the STEM Prep program at Zela Davis Elementary, contact the school at 310-679-1771. 3 Hawthorne High School seniors who are members of the Interact Club use their spring break to help others. These 3 Hawthorne High School interactors are examples of Rotary International's mantra, service above self. Instead of hanging out and relaxing, they chose to spend their spring break to give back for a good cause. Jose, Christopher, and Sebastian decided to take a bicycling journey in an effort to raise money for Rotary's End Polio Now campaign, which is an international campaign to eradicate polio around the world.
I was riding a bike for a couple years now, and then my friend Jose Diego asked me, we're gonna start a club, you want to join? I was like, oh yeah, that sounds fine. And then he told me, we're gonna go to San Francisco, and I was like, let's do it.
And that is exactly what they did, beginning their trip at Manhattan Beach Pier, where their friends and faculty advisors cheered them on. Then, after 70 miles a day for 8 days, they reached their goal at the Golden Gate Bridge in San Francisco. Jose says despite the rigorous uphill rides and cutting winds, the 3 of them developed teamwork strategies to overcome all obstacles in their way throughout the 500-mile journey.
A lot of time was complaining about how bad the environment was, and we just laughed. So a lot of it was a lot of bonding, having the same thoughts like, man, this is really hard, or man, this road sucks, or the wind is really bad.
The ride definitely brought us together even more. We bonded. We were with each other every day for 8 days straight.
The goal of their journey is to raise $5,000 through their online crowdfunding campaign. The funds will provide polio vaccines for 8,000 children in Afghanistan, Pakistan, and Nigeria. The three cyclists say it was more than worth the challenge and that they are proud to use their love for cycling to give back to the world. If you want to help them achieve their goal, please go to www.gofundme.com/pedal for polio. When we return, the Easter Bunny makes a visit to Hawthorne. Members of the Hawthorne community participated in a Wiseburn Education Foundation festival called Rock Around the Block, which helped raise money for music and arts programs at local schools. Alex Biston has more.
Children and families gathered at Peter Burnett Elementary School to have fun while raising money for the Wiseburn School District. The 12th annual Rock Around the Block Carnival included food, games, attractions, and a silent auction, and all for a good cause.
It's wonderful because I think that it's important that they have, and there was a time frame where they didn't have this extra thing, so I think it's awesome.
The event also included a student-designed mural unveiling, which was funded by the Wiseburn School District. Over 450 students at Peter Burnett Elementary School helped design and paint this mural, which took over 3 months to create.
It's a magical moment for the children to see their faces and to know that their work will forever be a part of Peter Burnett School. It's truly amazing.
100% of the money raised by the Wiseburn Education Foundation is used to fund the art and music program. For HCTV, I'm Alex Biston.
For more information on how you can help the arts program at the Wiseburn Unified School District, please visit www.wiseburnedfoundation.org. This year will be Hawthorne's 13th annual 5K run and walk. The event will take place on Saturday, May 9th, which coincides with Mother's Day. The 5K will also be in conjunction with the 20th annual Hawthorne Health Fair. The event will feature informational booths, free health screenings, music and entertainment, as well as plenty of raffle prizes. The 5K run and walk will be held at Hawthorne Memorial Park, located at 3901 West El Segundo Boulevard. For more information, call 310-978-4357. The Aviation Little League teams gathered at Anza Elementary School for their opening day. Alex Biston takes us to the event.
Family, food, and of course, baseball. Parents and players enjoyed a day out to celebrate Little League Baseball. The event not only included tons of baseball, but also a parade, vendors from around the community, and food.
I've seen baseball players play, so I feel like I want to try and be successful like them.
You can work together and you can get to know people better who are on your team and have fun with them.
Aviation Little League team mom Beth Howard believes that being involved in sports at a young age has helped her son boost his self-confidence.
It has helped him to be out sort of the center of attention sometimes when he's batting, and having everybody cheer for him is really awesome.
Each season, 20 to 25 teams participate in the Aviation Little League, which includes children from the age of 5 to 18.
I just let the kids have a lot of fun, just so that, as I know that if they have fun, they'll continue to want to play and they'll put forth their best effort. And usually that works out. When it's a little too much work, you remind them that this is about fun, and usually that helps them out.
The Aviation Little League season will have games every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday until the end of May. For HCTV, I'm Alex Biston.
For more information on Aviation Little League, please visit www.aviationlittleleague.com/blog. Plenty of neighborhood kids filled the Richstone Family Center in the hunt for colorful Easter eggs. This annual event not only brings families and friends together, but it also brings the famous Easter Bunny, who proved again to be a popular guest. In addition to collecting eggs, the kids played games and were provided with arts and crafts as well as gift bags. Hawthorne's Recreation and Community Services Department kicked off Easter with a bunny breakfast. Reporter Jennifer Wade has more on this celebration.
Families gathered at the Hawthorne Memorial Center for an Easter party complete with a continental breakfast.
I helped in the kitchen, putting bacon on the platter and helping crack eggs and putting donuts on the platter.
It was great. Big breakfast, a lot of bacon.
Kids enjoyed an interactive magic show as they finished up their hearty breakfast.
I was in the kitchen, you can still hear him screaming and laughing, and so it was really great. I felt good about what I do here for the city.
My favorite magic trick was when he did the peanut butter and jelly.
2, 3, Happy Easter!
The children were in awe as a bunny appeared out of thin air. Then, to add even more excitement, the actual Easter bunny showed up to take photos and help host an Easter egg hunt. For Minnie, this was the best part of the day.
My favorite part of Easter is the Easter hunt.
Seeing the Easter bunny and doing the Easter hunt.
Kids were divided by age for the egg hunt. Everyone seemed to have their own strategy for collecting the most eggs.
Well, I play softball, so I'm pretending it's a softball and I could get it quick.
I'm here with the most popular bunny at the party, the Easter bunny. Now tell me, Mr. Bunny, how did you decide how to hide all those eggs?
I take very special care to spread all the eggs out evenly and secretly, so when the kids look for them, it's very hard for them to find it. So they're under things, on top of things, and beneath things.
Thank you so much. That's good to know. Well, that's an exclusive tip from the Easter bunny himself.
Many kids collected more eggs than they could count and were nice enough to share with those who did not find as many.
We try to make sure that each kid has a good experience with it, and so if a child doesn't get an egg, then we make sure that everyone has something and everyone walks away satisfied.
This year's turnout was larger than ever. Williams hopes the annual Easter event will continue to grow throughout the years. For HCTV, I'm Jennifer Wade.
For more information on future events held at Hawthorne Memorial Center, please call 310-349-1640. Keep it right here on Channel 22 for these future City News stories. We'll take a look at the annual Relay for Life event. Also, citizens can speak with service providers, learn emergency preparedness, and receive promotional giveaways at the 6th Annual Service Provider and Earth Day Fair. And we'll take you to the latest improvement on Hawthorne Boulevard. That does it for this edition of City News. Thanks for watching. If you have any story ideas, please call us at 310-349-1630. Don't forget, you can also watch City News online at youtube.com and search for Hawthorne Community Television. We'll leave you now with more footage from the Bunny Breakfast. See you next time.